everyone? Welcome into another episode of our Coach KJ Carousel Dynasty. This week we have the cocktail party, Florida versus Georgia, and this one's always held in Jacksonville, so we play at Everbank Stadium where the Jacksonville Jaguars play. Coach KJ comes into this one with a 1-0 record in the cocktail party. He beat Georgia last year. Granted, they were using a backup quarterback, and that's going to happen once again this year. Starting quarterback Elijah Benson is hurt for the Bulldogs, so it'll be a backup playing against us again. But Jack Garola is our starting quarterback. He's had a pretty good season so far, and we open it up in the air, and that's Harrison Walsh III taking that for 5 yards on the screen. Luckily for us, we come into this game healthy, so our starting lineups remain the same. Quantel Johnson's an impact player for us, along with Harrison Walsh III and Emmanuel Henderson. Up front, our O-line hasn't changed at all. Caleb Kirbyson's been an excellent center for us so far, and right tackle Austin Barber's actually played pretty well for us, and he made a great block there as we get that ball downfield to Kyle Hinder. What a throw by starting quarterback Jack Garola. That's a huge 24-yard pickup, and he fit that in there barely. Looking at the injury report, you can see we're totally healthy. Meanwhile, the Bulldogs are missing 3 people, and 2 of them are free safeties, so that should help us be able to pass the ball a little bit today as we go to Quantel Johnson on the ground, and he picks up 5. Second down, we're looking to pass again, and that's a quick pass out there to Malik Mega, who picks up the first down and probably about 8 yards or so. We're moving the ball pretty well to begin this one. We need to get into the end zone. Georgia is a tough foe. They are technically better than us, so I'm not going to take them lightly, even though they have a bunch of injuries right now. Quantel Johnson gets a carry here on second down. He doesn't pick anything up. That brings up an important 3rd and 4, and out of the pistol, we're going to pass it, and we completely miss an open Malik Mega. So that forces us to have to settle for 3, which is not a great thing in this rivalry game, but we're leading 3-0. Tyler Foster is going to be the replacement quarterback. He's a true freshman, and he's honestly pretty good. He's like an 82 overall. He's had a good season. His completion percentage isn't perfect, but he is a very capable quarterback compared to who they had starting last year for them. That was Keenan Wickersham, and he was only a 68 overall. I mean, it was a total mismatch. Our starting D-line remains the same, and Justice Boone and J.J. White have been nothing short of incredible for us. Our linebacking core flies all over the field, and they've been making a ton of plays. Our young secondary's been stepping up. I will say I think our safeties are leading the way, and maybe even our slot corner has made a ton of plays for us in Akil Wesley. That right there is Miguel Mitchell coming up and making tackle after a 5-yard pickup by quarterback Tyler Foster. They're dropping back to pass. Georgia is always going to have a bit of a drop back game under center as Robinson gets that, and he goes down for a 3-yard loss. Our defense rallied and made the tackle there, forcing a 3rd and 8. Tyler Foster, it looks like they're going to try to settle him in with a screen out there to Branson Robinson, and he will barely get the first down after rolling over Scooby Williams. That allows Georgia to continue their drive as Foster, he just misses on that one. That was not a great throw, bringing up a 2nd down. He again is going to drop back. This time he's going deep though, one-on-one coverage, and he misses his receiver. If he could have let him in bounds, it looked like he was pulling away there. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 10, and they send a guy in motion. That's Delp, their tight end, and it looks like Foster's going to pass. Delp stayed in coverage for a second, then went out. However, they checked it down underneath to Will Williams, and that only went for 4. Georgia, though, they decide to go for it in this field position, and I don't blame him at all. Tyler Foster's gonna pass, as you'd expect. We brought a little pressure, but Delp got open. That's an 8-yard pickup for Oscar Delp. On 1st and 10, they're gonna motion Delp again, and that's gonna be a common theme throughout this game. They like to do a little bit of motion and then pass it, and they find Will Williams once again for another Bulldog first down. Our defense is getting sliced up right now. Under center's Tyler Foster handing it off. That's Branson Robinson making the play, and that's Adams coming down and making the tackle. He's our backup free safety. You don't see him play too much for Miguel Mitchell. They bring in DJ Dixon, and he gets the carry here, and he goes in for 6 as he breaks the tackle of Rashad Johnson. That's a touchdown for the Bulldogs, giving them a 7-3 lead early in this one. Emmanuel Henderson's going to get a screen, and he might get the first down and more, and he does. That's a 13-yard pickup for the Gators as they begin their drive. They need to answer. I know Georgia's going to be able to move the ball. And then look at this big mistake. That's a pick by West. Harrison Walsh III gets him down. However, that gives the Bulldogs excellent field position. Freshman corner Elijah West made a fantastic play right there. Now that's how you get yourself into the Florida-Georgia Hall of Fame, as they induct a couple people each year from the rivalry game for people who stood out. So it's 2nd and 14, and Branson Robinson gets a carry. There's a bunch of guys on the ground, but that still forces him to only pick up 1 as he couldn't get his momentum going forward. So it's 3rd and 13 for the Bulldogs, and Foster standing in the pocket. He gets hit, and he finds Oscar Delp, and he just barely picks up the first down. So on first and goal, it's Branson Robinson going in untouched. Florida just gave Georgia a 2-possession lead with that stupid turnover, and then our defense not being able to stop them. It's 14-3 now as we take back over, and this is a tough game for the Gators, as they do like to keep their ground game involved and throw screens and such. It's a little bit harder when you're down by 2 scores, but luckily it's still in the first quarter as we go to Emmanuel Henderson for a nice solid 7-yard pickup. Now on third down, we're going to have to pass it. Garola throws it into coverage, and look who it is. Once again, that's Elijah West making the play. That's 2 interceptions here in the last 2 drives. This Gators offense is falling apart, and Elijah West has definitely put himself in a position once he goes pro to end up in the Florida-Georgia Hall of Fame. Tyler Foster and the Bulldogs take over once again past midfield. That's 2 drives in excellent field position. However, Chris McClellan comes through and gets him down on the ground. That's a 2-yard loss. That'll end the first quarter with the Bulldogs leading 14-3. The Gators have been very disappointing in this one. Hopefully they can get themselves under control and maybe claw their way back in, but I'm losing confidence as we speak. Tyler Foster's going to pass it. It's 3rd and 12, and look at this. Our defense again allows him to convert, and then he runs through 2 defenders. Dylan Bell goes for 27, and the Bulldogs have a first down. Now down in the red zone. Robinson gets a carry, and he runs through 2 people there. That's a huge 7-yard pickup. That's some real tough running right there. Tyler Foster tucks, and he's going to run now. That one really didn't go anywhere, and I thought for a second there he was going to get back up. Luckily, he didn't. 3rd and 2, looking to pass Tyler Foster, but he just tucks and runs, and he goes in for 6. The Gators are really in a very precarious situation right now. That's not a good spot to be in. It's 21-3 here early in the second quarter, and we almost made the same mistake to the other side as Emmanuel Henderson loses 2. Luckily, that didn't result in a turnover. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 12, and we're in the gun. Rolos passes it underneath to David Hester, and that's a solid pickup of 7 or 8 right there. So that brings up 3rd and 4. Garola's going to throw a quick screen out there. That's Quantel Johnson making the reception and putting a stiff arm on a guy and fighting to pick up the 6 yards we needed. So we go right back to him on the ground, and we give him a carry. There was nothing there, man. That was a great play by the Georgia defense. Every now and then you got to admit you lose one. Right back to Quantel on the next play, and it's basically the same thing. That defense is all over the ground again. So we're going to have to pass. And honestly, I think that's what we're going to have to do in this game anyway, as Garola has a man deep, it looks like, but he tries to run, and down he goes. That ends up being a sack for a loss of 1, and we have to punt it back to the Bulldogs, already leading 21-3 in this one. Under center is Tyler Foster, and he tosses it out to the left to Branson Robinson, and he gets the edge as Scooby Williams misses him. Now it's up to Rashad Johnson. It's 1-on-1, and he gets him to the ground, thankfully, but that's a 29-yard rush. This Florida defense hasn't been able to do anything, man. It's been rough as Tyler Foster tucks and runs, and it looks like he's going to get a solid carry of 6 before Nathan Osborne gets him down. So, again, we're going to see a pass, I thought, but that ends up being a draw to Branson Robinson for 3, setting up a 3rd and 1, which is manageable for the offense, and we send a little pressure at Tyler Foster, and he gets that pass in there to Dylan Bell. There was about 5 Florida defenders around that ball, but none of them could make the play. However, this play is made by freshman defensive end J.J. White, and Stuart McCaffrey comes in and cleans it up. That was just a beast mode play by him, pushing his guy in the backfield right into the running back. As they go to DJ Dixon on the next play for 7 yards, that sets up a 3rd and 7. They're going to motion Oscar Delp across the formation to the left and then pass. I mean, they have to. There's a minute 48 till halftime. They find Meeks underneath, and that's going to be a first down with an 8-yard pickup. Jackson Meeks makes a great play. Georgia uses a timeout. I don't really understand why. I'd want to drain the clock if I was them. Branson Robinson gets a carry. He loses 4, and they do start draining the clock down a little bit. Honestly, I don't blame them there. Tyler Foster's going to pass it. He decides to tuck and run, and we don't have anybody that can get him, and that ends up being a positive play for 11 yards. That was just a nice decision by Tyler Foster. I really don't think he's made a bad one yet. That toss play didn't work, though. Our defense stepped up and stuffed him. That's Akeel Wesley coming down and making the play, forcing the Bulldogs to settle for a field goal attempt that's up and good, giving them a 24-3 lead as we're going to take a shot and try to get some points before the half as we find Macario Dorba for 25. That gets us a lot closer as we got to pass again and get down somewhere inside of the 40, I would say. We throw it, and that one was almost intercepted. It looked like Malik Mega might have been open for a second. So with 9 seconds left, we got to get another shot, so that way hopefully we can get inside of the 40 as Garola's just going to tuck and run and try to get them yards himself. He goes out of bounds with 4 seconds left at about the 41-yard line, and we throw a quick one underneath to David Hester. That sets us up for a field goal try that's going to be about 55 yards, and it's up, and we drill it. What a kick by Adam Mahalik, making this score 24-6. We executed that situation perfectly to end the half. That is everything we could have hoped for, and it might just get us back in the game and hopefully swing momentum our way just a little bit. Now looking at total yardage here, Georgia leads the way with 192 to our 118. The biggest thing that's hurting us is those 2 interceptions that we threw early in this game that really put us in a bad spot and gave Georgia basically 14 free points. You take them off the board and it's 10-6, and this is a totally different situation, but hey, it is what it is. We put ourselves in this spot, now we need to dig ourselves out of it, and that's why we're going to go for an onside kick to begin the second half. Mahalik kicks it, but it was a little too strong. It went out of bounds. I had the right idea, trying to get behind the defenders and hoping that maybe we could get a recovery. It just didn't work, so that gives them the ball at the 25-yard line. That could really swing momentum against us, but I felt like we needed to try to steal a possession back, just because of how good Georgia's offense has been playing, and Tyler Foster's been really incredible so far. And you'll notice that we didn't have a recruiting update in this episode. That was only because we had no new players commit, so we didn't have to do a recruiting update. And we somehow get the stop on this drive and force them to settle for a field goal that they miss. We get so lucky. That decision didn't hurt us at all. We tried to steal a possession and Georgia didn't get any points off of it. That worked out perfectly for us. Now let's see if we can get points on this drive as Jack Garola pulls it on a read option and slides down at about the 41-yard line with the Gators getting another first down. So Garola's going to pass here. He has Malik Mega open, and he had to reach behind him to make the play, but he did it. Thank you for bailing our quarterback out there. Jack Garola rolls to the right and throws an interception to Jaleel. What was he doing there? He had our fullback Alexander in the flats. That's where he should have gone with the ball. He's just making horrible decisions today, and there's a holding call on it. Who's it on? They call it on Florida, so they just decline it. It don't matter. Georgia has the ball, and we need to try to stop them once again off another turnover. And so far, we haven't had any luck doing that, really, as Foster hands it to Branson Robinson, and that's going to be a solid run as he breaks a tackle and gets a few extra on the 6-yard pickup, bringing up a 2nd and 4, and they run speed option with Tyler Foster, and J.J. White makes a great play on it. They only pick up 1. Tyler Foster again, speed option the other way, and Scooby Williams makes the play, forcing a 4th and 5. So the Bulldogs are lining up to kick another field goal that's up, and this one looks like it might be good, but it's short. That's 2 straight missed field goals by the Bulldogs. Florida's gotten lucky so far in this one, keeping themselves in the game at all. Now we have to try to get an answer here as Quantel Johnson gets a carry, and he's blown up in the backfield. That's a great play by the Georgia defense. Now it's 3rd and 17, and Jack Garola is going to have to heave it up, it looks like. But he actually wisely checks it down to Malik Mega, and look at that beautiful spin move, and then he fumbles it. Are you kidding me? That's another turnover, and Malik Mega gets hurt. We get crushed on that play for 2 devastating losses. Tyler Foster takes it for 3 on a speed option on 1st down. So now we have to try to hopefully hold him in field goal position as Branson Robinson gets a carry, and he almost broke Nathan Osborne's tackle, but he got him to the ground, bringing up a 3rd and 6. And Malik Mega was hurt with an abdominal strain. We're going to keep him out till he's healthy. So on 3rd and 6, Tyler Foster throws it, and he misses his mark, who was wide open. So that forces Georgia to settle for another field goal attempt, and I'm surprised they brought their kicker out there. However, this time he got it through, making it 27-6, and I'm sure he's celebrating after all them misses he's had in this one. Jack Garola threw it on 1st down, but it was swatted down at the line of scrimmage. So on 2nd down, again, we're going to pass, and this time he has a wide open man, and that's Weiser coming down with it for the big 1st down pickup for the Gators. Garola is going to pass here again. We're down to 2:13 left in the 3rd quarter, and we are down by multiple scores, so we need big plays, and that's exactly what Macario Dorba just provided us. Jack Garola again going to pass. This time he checks it down underneath. That's Weiser again getting the reception for 7 yards. He's going to see the field until Malik Mega gets healthy, so that's a big play for him and a big opportunity as Harrison Wallace III gets the screen for very little yardage, bringing up a 3rd and 1. And we have a wide open Emmanuel Henderson who steps back and breaks 2 tackles, and he goes in. That's a touchdown. What a play by Emmanuel Henderson. We needed that, and that is a huge play. That step back where he broke 2 tackles was beautiful, and that might be one of my favorite moves I've ever seen. I've used the step back, but I haven't had it work quite that well where he threw a guy off of him as well. What a play by Emmanuel Henderson, making this score 27-13. So now it's a 2-score game. We just need a stop here as Georgia's been moving the ball pretty well to begin the drive. Branson Robinson gets the toss, and he goes out wide. Rashad Johnson gets him down after just a pickup at 3. That, though, will bring the third quarter to an end with Georgia leading 27-13. Florida has to fight and try to get back in this game, but our defense has to step up. They've done a good job of holding them to 3. Now we just need to hold them to no points, preferably. Robinson's going to get a carry to open up, and Nathan Osborne overran him. That's going to give Georgia the first down. Robinson had a pretty good carry on that one as they motion their tight end out wide and run some play action and take a shot across the field to French, who will get almost another first down as it's 2nd and inches. Now down almost to the 40-yard line. Georgia has to be stopped here or else Florida's completely out of this game late in the fourth quarter. Tyler Foster tucks to run and he goes down for a sack. That's either a 3 or 4 yard loss, and that's exactly what we needed. Now on 3rd down, Foster's going to pass. He tucks to run and he gets the edge. Can he beat this one guy? And no, he doesn't. Scooby Williams decks him and lays him out. And I'm shocked here. Georgia actually punts this ball, and it looks like it'll probably just be a touchback. It's close, but it does roll into the end zone. Florida got lucky and got the stop right at the edge of field goal position. Now let's see if we can get a touchdown on offense and close this gap down to 7. Jack Garola looks like he's on the move, and he has a deep shot to Emmanuel Henderson, who comes down with it at the 45-yard line. That's a big play to begin this drive. Down to 6 minutes left, Garola's going to pass. It looks like he has nobody open, but David Hester couldn't hold on. I thought he had that for a second there. 2nd and 10 now, they hand it off. Quantel Johnson can't break a tackle, but that's a 4-yard pickup. 3rd and 6 is better than 3rd and 10, so we'll take it. Garola's going to pass. He's rolling out to the right and circles wide open. You can see Emmanuel Henderson makes the reception down to the 31-yard line. That's a huge play for this Gators offense. However, that didn't go too well for us as it's now 2nd and 13 following a big loss by Quantel Johnson. He follows that up, though, with a pretty solid carry, getting 7, bringing it back to another 3rd and 6. Gayassi Blanks has checked into the game, and David Hester makes the reception following the play action to Gayassi Blanks. Now, that was a big conversion. As we're down to 4 minutes left, we still need that touchdown, and it looks like right here we have it. Harrison Wallace III is in. Florida closes this gap down to 7 following that extra point, making this score 27-20. Now just one stop away from possibly being able to send this game to overtime. It's crazy considering how this one began. You've got to be proud of this Gators team. It looks like they're going to send somebody in motion across the formation and go to Branson Robinson, who will barely get that first down. There's about 3.5 minutes left in this one. It's still 27-20, and Georgia has a fresh set of downs, and they almost get another fresh set. It's 2nd and inches, so maybe we can stop them. If not, I'd rather them just get the first down here, honestly. DJ Dixon, though, loses 2. That brings up 3rd down. Scooby Williams with a fantastic play. Branson Robinson's back in, getting the carry, and he went too wide. And look who steps up and makes the play for us. Scooby Williams has been all over the field here late in this one. We need him to keep making plays as David Hester is going to get the punt return here. He doesn't get a whole lot of space, but honestly, I'm just shocked that Georgia even punted it to us. I might have went for it in that situation just to try to put us away. As there's 2 minutes, 10 seconds left, Jack Garola's on the move. He just tucks and runs. There's nothing but green grass ahead of him, and he slides down. Probably should have got out of bounds there, but that's okay. Minor mistake as Garola's going to pass on 1st and 10. Emmanuel Henderson gets it and cuts to the inside. That's another first down. Clock stops. Minute 37 left. Garola's executing this perfectly as he goes deep. And that is Weiser coming down with it at about the 15-ish yard line. What a huge play by our probably 5 receiver this season. We have a minute left, and Jack Garola pulls it on a read option and slides down. We don't need any turnovers at this point, so that's a smart decision. 2nd and 4, we go to Quantel Johnson up the middle, and he might get in, and he does. Florida completes this comeback. Now we just got to get the extra point to go up and through, and we'll tie it up. It is up from Adam Mahalik, and it is good. Florida completed the comeback, making this 27-all with 35 seconds left. What a day for our Gators. Now we just need to hold Georgia out of field goal range, and they do fantastic on first down, getting it to Buckley all the way out to the 40. Foster's going to throw it with 25 seconds, and he just checks it down. What is he thinking to Oscar Delp, who gets out of bounds? But that was a lot of time wasted for 5 yards. Tyler Foster again throwing it underneath. That's Williams getting it and getting the first down. Plus more, they're on the edge. They're down to about the 40 with 17 seconds left. So now we need our defense to get a stop. I don't care how, they just need to do it as Tyler Foster runs and goes down after picking up 7 more. There's 12 seconds left. Georgia, we just need to stop him. Tyler Foster checks it down, and it looks like he overthrew him and out of bounds. 3rd and 3, 8 seconds left, and it looks like Georgia's going to take their chance here. The 50-yard field goal is up, and it has no chance. That is a fantastic outcome for the Gators. Now we're just going to get a Hail Mary try before the end of this one to see if we can somehow walk off with it. Garola throws it up and deep, and we have a chance. Wallace just can't hold on, and it ends up intercepted. I'm not mad about that pick, but if he'd have held on, we win this one. Now heading to overtime, tied at 27. I had no guess we would have done this after the first half. Let's see what we can do here. It looks like we're going to start on offense, and if you know the college rules, that's not the ideal way to go. We go to Quantel Johnson. He gets the carry, and that's a small pickup. That's okay. We have plenty of time. We just have to make this a touchdown. That's all that matters. Garola looking to throw it. He is under pressure, and that is the worst possible outcome ever. Jones Jr. picks it off, and now he's running it back. And can Macario Dorba get him down? No. We have to worry about a return, but that doesn't happen. 6 turnovers in this one. Now all Georgia needs is a field goal. We need to push him back from this 25-yard line, so we send a blitz at Tyler Foster, and that left Parrish wide open underneath. That's a first down. Georgia's almost certainly in field goal position now. If I'm them, all I do is center it up and basically kick a field goal. I know their kicker missed one, but no need to risk it at all. As Scooby Williams gets Branson Robinson down, that's 2nd and 10. They hand it off again. No, that's going to be play action. It looks like they want to take a shot. Tyler Foster tucks the run, and he almost gets a first down, but it's 3rd and 1. I was hoping for a QB fumble there, honestly. So on 3rd down, it's Branson Robinson getting the carry, and they give him the first down. It's 1st and goal for the Bulldogs. I really just don't want to give up a touchdown here, but it looks like DJ Dixon has a chance, and he goes down. Miguel Mitchell makes the play. Maybe we can still hold him to a field goal try. DJ Dixon on the next one, though, walks in untouched and walks off the Bulldogs. They win it. It's over. It's a 33-27 finish after an epic comeback by the Gators. We fell just short. Honestly, we gave it away. Georgia didn't win this one. Florida gave it to them. With 6 turnovers in this one, we didn't deserve to even be in the position we were in. We were clearly the better team. Jack Garola with 2 touchdowns, and you see that right, 5 interceptions. This is one of the worst games I have ever played in NCAA 14 or college football revamp. It's just disappointing, man. I really thought we had this one won, and I thought that comeback was going to be a comeback for ages and go down in channel history. However, we just came up short. It was just disappointing. That stupid interception really frustrates me. I should have thrown it away. I know better. I don't know what I was doing. But I got to give a shout out to Scooby Williams. He played his heart out, man. He had 5 TFLs in this one. He did everything he could to get us back in this game. You know, Jack Garola threw it away, so it is what it is. Tyler Foster for Georgia was really good. He only had 4 incompletions. He didn't throw for a ton of yards, but he was a really, really good, efficient quarterback today. So he managed the game. That's all you can ask for him to do. Looking at Georgia's defense, they really didn't have too many standouts. Maybe you could argue Gunter with the sack was a standout. I guess probably Elijah West with his 2 picks was a big standout. You know, you got to give him credit for that. They had 5 interceptions, so they deserve a lot of credit there. And honestly, I shouldn't have slighted Elijah West like that. He turned this game and really kept Georgia in it. Now taking a look at our Heisman standings, Jamarian Miller, or Jam Miller, is still number 1 out of Alabama, followed by Mitch Lieberger at 2 out of Stanford. 3 is Robbie Ashford at Auburn. 4 is Montgomery from Cincinnati, and 5 is Kyle McCord for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Now looking at our first CFP rankings, Penn State comes in at number 1, Alabama at 2, Ohio State at 3, and Mid-Tennessee State comes in at number 4. That remains the same in the coaches poll as well. Miami's on the outside looking in. They're not undefeated, so I get it. Mid-Tennessee State, though, in my opinion, does not stand a chance at getting into college football playoff. There's no way I'd put him in there. Oklahoma State suffered a big upset from Arizona State and dropped all the way down to number 14. And with our loss, we're down to number 19 in the nation. Georgia, though, I feel like they're a little underranked, and they're still not in the top 25, which is just odd to me. I think they deserve it, especially with the win over us. They're a really good team. Next week, though, we're taking on what should be a cupcake. They're better than I thought they were. I got to give them credit for that. But North Texas, they were supposed to be an easy win, and they come in at B minuses basically across the board, and we're B pluses. So this might actually be a little bit interesting. We're basically even on offense. Defensively, we do hold a pretty significant advantage there, so hopefully that goes in our favor and we can maybe pull away in this one. But it's a group of 5 opponent, so I hope to put the gas down and just run away with it. Now we don't have to worry about winning a national title with 2 losses, so hopefully we can just improve ourselves and get a New Year's 6 bowl berth. So I want to thank you for watching. This is LDJ11. Have a great day. Please like and subscribe and have a great day. I'm out.
Getting started, a life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink, cause I think I'm passion in my core. Wake up in a bar